All right. So question 1 says the federal funds rate is the interest rate that what?
I said A.
I put C.
I thought I read that one was, it said the banks charge other banks.
You said you read that part?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Did you think it was, you saw something else?
What about you, Tanner? What did you get?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Because I might have just misread it at some point. What?
Can you see that?
What? Yeah. Are you finding anything?
I read that it's the rate that they charge us A.
Okay. Yeah. I just saw it. I just found it in the text. Yeah. I think it's A. So
Is that what I got?
Yeah.
banks charge one another for loans.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just read it, so we're good. Question 2 says economists call an institution designed to oversee the banking system and regulate the quantity of money in the economy what?
I got A.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay. Question 3 is one of the scenario 29-2 ones. So it says, suppose the Bank of Tazi loaned the banks of Tazi 10 million Tazes. Suppose also that both the reserve requirement and the percentage of deposits held as excess reserves stays the same. By how much would the money supply change? So that's not one I knew how to do. I couldn't figure that out.
One minute. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Does anybody have any idea how to do this one?
Yeah, I got 100 million, but I'm trying to figure out again how I got that.
You got 200 million, you said?
Yeah.
In the reading, it talks about how if a bank gives out everything as loans to other banks and so on and so forth, and they keep the same percentage. I got that, like how much it multiplies, but this other one kind of lost me.
So you figured out the percent of it?
What?
So you figured out the percent? Is that what you said?
I know, like I'm saying for the other questions where you have to figure out the ratio or whatever, like and how much, like that part makes sense. I just don't know what this one is.
So I found the formula. The change in money supply equals the money multiplier times the change in excess reserves. I don't remember how to figure out what the money multiplier is.
The money multiplier is 1 over R. Or, wait, let's see. I just read it. It's the reciprocal of the reserve ratio.
What would that be?
So it's Okay, so it's the fraction of the total deposits that it keeps. So for this one, if it keeps, or if it keeps 300 million in reserves out of 7,500 million, or wait,
Yeah, I think
300,
you're right.
375, because 300 million of required reserves plus 75, or no, the required reserves is what we need to get the ratio. So you do 300 divided by 750 or 7,500 gets you 4%, or I think it's just 4. So for every $1 they have in reserves, they can loan out $4. So change in money is equal to what, Tanner?
So that was the money multiplier right there.
I think it's 4.
And then times the change in excess reserves.
Change in excess reserves.
Yeah.
So 4 times 75 minus 10 million, or 75 minus 10, which is 65. Is that what you did, or?
I can't remember.
You have any ideas, Ivy?
I am not getting any of these answers. I got like everything in between.
So you said the reserve requirement was 4%?
Well, if you take the required reserves divided by the what they have issued in deposits, you get 4. Unless you're supposed to add issued deposits with the treasury bonds.
I think. Oh no.
What would that be?
It's like 3.8. Which gives you like 247. Which is really close to 250, but not 250.
Yeah.
What did you put, Tam? You put 200?
Yeah, but hold on. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, hold on. So I got 5%, not 4%, and I get it. That's how I got 200, but I'm trying to figure out how I got 5%.
Yeah. How did you get 5% to get 200? 5%
So
times what?
the money multiplier, I would do 1 divided by 0.05, which gives us 20, and then we times it by that 10 million that the bank is loaning. So let me figure out how I got 5%. Okay, I got it.
Okay, what do you do?
So you do include those excess reserves. So you take the 300 million that is required plus the 75 of excess, and then you divide it by that 7,500, and that gives you 5%.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I
Okay.
don't know. It made sense when I did it before, so let's
No, that
try
works.
it. So then you would times that by 10 and get 200.
Yeah. Sounds
My
good to me.
vote.
Works for me. All right, so the next question that I have is, the Fed's control of the money supply is not precise because what? And I put D.
I put D as well.
Let me see what I yeah,
I didn't catch that, sorry.
oh, you're good. Yeah, D. That's good.
Okay, cool. Question 5 says, which of the following is a store of value? And I got A.
I said B, but I wasn't sure if stocks were a store of value, but
I thought I read in the book that it said cash and stocks.
okay. I couldn't find anywhere that they were, but if you did that, then we'll
For
I didn't hear you, Tanner.
I found
I didn't catch any of you, what you just said, Tanner. It just was.
the same.
kidding. I found. I wasn't sure on that one, so whatever you said was fine.
It says here store. Yeah, it says a store value is an item that people can use to transfer purchasing power from the present to the future. So I think so.
Probably so.
And it says a person can also transfer purchasing power from the present to the future by holding non-monetary assets such as stocks and bonds.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, question 6. Savings deposits are included in what?
I said B.
That's what I said too. You said yep, Tanner? Okay, question 7. A bank has 8,000 in deposits and 6,000 in loans. It has loaned out all it can given the reserve requirement. It follows that the reserve requirement is what? I got C. Great. Ivy?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next one, it says which of the following is not included in M1? And I got
C.
Sorry, C?
Yeah.
Me too. Sorry. Tanner, you good with C?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, number 9. The existence of money, what?
I said B.
Me too. Okay. Question 10. All Fed purchases and sales of what? That one I didn't know.
I think it's B. Because it's federal purchases, right?
Yeah, I didn't really know. I was confused by reading.
One. Yeah.
B?
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what I got from Tanner's mumbling.
Me too.
B.
Got it.
Just start using sign language, Tanner. No talking. Anyways,
I don't know
question.
if it's my microphone or my connection, but
I don't know. Just like you start talking, and like your face doesn't move, and the words just go, and then like your mouth kind of goes really fast to catch up to it, and then you're in where you're at. So I don't know what it is. I'm glad it's just not happening to me. That it's also happening to Ivy. Anyways, question 11. If the reserve ratio is 5%, then 500 of additional reserves can create up to how much? and I put B.
Me too.
How do you get that?
So it's the same way as kind of you did before. So it's 1 divided by 5%, which gives you 20, and you multiply it by the amount that was added in reserves. So,
Good.
okay. Question 12, if the reserves ratio is 8%, then a decrease in reserves of 6,000 can cause the money supply to fall by as much as how much?
Then that would be 75,000.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just do the math again really quick. Yeah, 75.
Yeah.
Cool. 13 says when the Fed conducts open market purchases, what?
I didn't know this one.
I'm thinking it was B, but I wasn't exactly sure.
I was thinking it was either A or B. I just didn't know if it would increase or decrease.
I think when they purchase Treasury securities, that means they're purchasing the bonds back, and that's decreasing the money supply. I think. But let's do some research. Oh, wait. I think it's A. I just found it.
When they buy it, not it increases.
Yeah, I just read that, so it's A. I had read it wrong before, I think. So it says here, as we noted earlier, the Fed conducts open market operations when it buys or sells government bonds to increase the money supply. The Fed instructs its bond traders at the New York Fed to buy bonds from the public in the nation's bond markets. So it buys bonds, increases money supply.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yep.
I'm gonna assume Tanner's okay because I can't hear him. There he goes. When colonists in Virginia used, what's that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. You can hear me, Tanner, so just keep going. Question 14, when colonists in Virginia, what? Okay, just don't talk anymore, Tanner. When colonists in Virginia used tobacco as money, their money was blank. I put A.
Yeah, me too.
Tanner, A.
Just do thumbs up.
A. Right? That's A in sign language. Don't you teach sign language to Harley?
Not the alphabet.
Oh. Well, sorry. Anyways, question 15. Consider 5 individuals with different occupations. In a barter system, which of the following pairs have double coincidence of wants?
It was none of them, right?
Yeah, I got D.
D.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Why?
Because isn't double coincidence when they like both meet each other's needs?
Yes.
Well, Alan wants ribs and Eric makes ribs. So
But
that
that's
would be.
That's a single coincidence, right?
But Alan prepares faxes.
Oh, okay. So it has to be both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So D. Okay. Makes sense to me. I read it wrong. Okay. Number 16. Which of the following can banks use to borrow from the Federal Reserve? This one I could not find anywhere. So.
Right. I got that one. Where is it?
I got A.
I think that's what I guessed, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I said A too.
Okay.
Let's just
Yeah.
go with it.
Number 17. On a bank's T account, which are part of the bank's assets? And I put A.
I said C.
I said C.
Yeah. I could be wrong though.
Let me see here. Let's see.
Yeah. No, look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Ivy. Here it says, on the left side of the T account are the bank's assets. It's a reserve. Yeah, okay. So C.
So C.
Yeah. Number 18, which list ranks assets from most to least liquid? And I got currency, stocks, fine art, B.
Yeah, me too.
Tanner?
What did you get?
B.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Number 19, in Ugoland, the money supply is 8 million and reserves are 1 million, assuming that people hold only deposits and no currency, and that banks hold no excess reserves, and the reserve requirement is what?
I said B.
That's what I got.
Yep.
All right, last one. During a bank run, depositors decide to hold more currency relative to deposits, and banks decide to hold more excess reserve relative to deposits. I don't really get this question because it's not really a thought, and then if you look at the answers, A and B are the same, and C and D are the same.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So
I said B, but that's weird.
That is really weird.
I don't know what to do for that one. because I don't think any of those are right. Because if people are holding their currency, that's not going to increase the money supply, and none of them say that. So I think right there I think those are all wrong, technically. I think there's a misprint somewhere. But I think B is the most right answer, or A or B.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess B. I'll submit it first.
Okay, let me pause the recording here.